Israel Adesanya recently got roasted at a bar. He shared a video on social media of someone jokingly calling him a washed-up loser who should retire after his TKO loss to Nasruddin Imavov. Izzy thought it was hilarious.
Wait, okay. Describe my last fight in 3 words.
Wash, retire, loser.
Izzy also posted footage of himself answering fan questions and got roasted by his brother David at the end.
Do you feel that you've lived up to the expectations for the legacy you're building/built?
Do I feel like I've lived up to the expectations? Yes, and exceeded it. Like, I knew I was going to be great. I knew I was going to be this great, but then even still, I'm just like, fuck, this great? And there's still more, you know? But again, I've said this time and time again, if what I've done already in this game doesn't make me happy, then what will? You know, so yeah, I'm very content with what I've done already in this game, and I strive to do more.
All right, Leon, how long was your Diddy stick?
Fucking people, hey, fuck off. I don't have a Diddy stick. What the fuck is a Diddy stick?
Okay, my nigga changed his transmission. Got that. All right, next.
In the lead-up to defending his light heavyweight title against Magomed Ankalaev, Alex Pereira posted footage of himself grappling with Glover Teixeira in the snow.
Can't stay with you back.
Magomed Ankalaev responded to this footage saying, "I hope you're ready to do this for 25 minutes. Dana White shut down rumors that Ilia Topuria was forced to vacate his featherweight title before moving up to lightweight. He made it clear that the decision was entirely Topuria's, explaining that Ilia chose to give up the belt to avoid holding up the division.
He did that. He said, I've done everything I can do here. I'm ready to move up. And he vacated it. He said, I shouldn't be holding up anybody's opportunities. And, you know, it's always, I respect when guys do that.
You weren't able to announce it then, but is it safe to say that Ilia Islam is the fight that we're sort of working towards, or could he be fighting?
There's still other possibilities. So there's a lot of shit going on right now.
Diego Lopes said in an interview that the UFC are going to try and sort of stop double champs from happening in the future. Like, so if this case happened, you would have asked Ilia to give up the belt. I don't know if that's a rule, but is that something you'd rather see guys actually vacate rather than try and do both at the same time?
Unless you think you can, you know, defend your title. Listen, if there's a guy that thinks he can do it and wants to defend both belts and has accomplished all these great things, I would have no problem with it. But you're going to be busy.
Did you think he had more work to do at featherweight? Were you okay with his move, or did you think,
Well, I think that he felt he had done everything with the guys that he beat. If you look at who he beat and how he beat them, right? And I don't think he loved making that weight anymore.
Demetrious Johnson thinks Henry Cejudo should hang up the gloves after his technical decision loss to Song Yadong over the weekend. The fight was stopped in the third round due to an eye poke after Cejudo told the officials he couldn't see. He later shared that the injury caused diplopia, or double vision, along with soft tissue damage and a corneal abrasion. DJ expressed concern for Cejudo's health, saying he's got too much at risk by staying in the game, especially with the seriousness of the injury and the potential for permanent vision damage.
Now, would I like to see Henry Cejudo retire? Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's beaten me, flyweight champion, defending the flyweight belt, bantamweight champion, defending the bantamweight belt. That's more than half the motherfuckers on the roster are ever going to do. And yes, I know it's such good money. It's easy to train 8 weeks and go out there and fight, but man almost went blind.
Henry Cejudo first retired in 2020 while holding both the flyweight and bantamweight titles after his second-round TKO win over Dominic Cruz. A lot of people thought his retirement was a way to play hardball in contract talks, but the UFC didn't take the bait. Since coming back, Cejudo has now lost 3 straight to Aljamain Sterling, Merab Dvalishvili, and most recently Song Yadong. So what do you think? Is it time for Henry to call it quits for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Aljamain Sterling does not believe Diego Lopes is deserving of a featherweight title shot. Last week, news broke that Ilia Topuria is vacating the belt and moving up to the lightweight division, paving the way for Lopes to face Alexander Volkanovski for the vacant championship. However, Sterling argues that Movsar Evloev was the more deserving contender, citing Evloev's undefeated record and victories over both Lopes and Sterling himself as key reasons he should have been given the opportunity. On X, Aljo wrote, "Definitely should have been Movsar, but of course no fighter in their rightful mind will ever turn down a title shot because they think it's the right thing to do so that someone more deserving gets it." Diego Lopes replied with laughing, crying emojis, and Aljo fired back saying, "What's the joke? You got the title shot, why would you turn it down? Help me understand what's so funny here. I'm confused, Diego. Help a brother out, amigo." Diego replied, "The joke is that I'm going to fight for the title because I'm the most active fighter in the division because I accept fights and don't deny them like you and your friend Movsar did and do." Ion Cutelaba is open to a rematch with Khalil Rountree. The two first fought in 2019, with Cutelaba securing a dominant first-round knockout. After his recent first-round submission victory over Ibo Aslan at UFC Seattle, Cutelaba expressed interest in running it back with Rountree. Rountree, who last fought against reigning light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira and lost via a 4th-round TKO, is focused on climbing back into title contention. Currently ranked 7th in the division, Rountree is vocal about his goal of getting another title shot, while Cutelaba remains unranked. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Cutelaba said, "I don't fucking care who is next. I need to fight everyone, but I give chance for revenge on me with Khalil Rountree." He also posted this to his Instagram. He wrote, "At Khalil Rountree, I'm giving you a chance for a rematch. Last time I beat you like a child at UFC. At Dana White, the fans are waiting for this fight and I want to give them another unforgettable show." Bryce Mitchell recently offered a detailed explanation of why he believes the Earth is flat. He stated that he came to this conclusion using what he calls his basic geometry, and firmly believes he's much smarter than people give him credit for. Sean Strickland commented on the video, writing, "I see it now. Earth is flat. Space is a lie."
There's a clip of me on PBD's podcast going around. It literally has millions of views, and everybody is just totally talking shit about me because of how stupid I am. Let me explain myself a little bit better, because this is what I meant by what I said. And I think nobody's going to disagree once I explain it. I stated that you can prove the Earth don't rotate because you can take a helicopter, hover it at 20,000 feet for 24 hours and come back down in the same spot. Now everybody said, "Oh, a helicopter has inertia." I know what inertia is, dude. I'm not stupid. Let me tell you what I mean. Here is a picture of the circle of the Earth, supposedly, if you believe in a globe. And the red circle is the helicopter. When the helicopter ascends above the Earth's surface, it now has a larger flight path around the Earth. As in, when the Earth, the inside circle, the black circle, does one full rotation, the red circle, or the flight of the helicopter, actually has to cover more distance to get back to the same spot. That's what I meant, okay? If you don't understand geometry of spheres and circles, that's going to go right over your head. But what I said makes perfect sense, and I'm actually a lot smarter than a lot of y'all think. Some of y'all can't even keep up with me. That's the sad part. This is basic geometry. Some of y'all might not be able to understand what I'm saying. But God bless you, and keep doing your own research, because there is no proof that the earth rotates. That's a lie from the devil. And keep thinking what you want, calling me stupid, but I know geometry, I know inertia. An object in motion stays in motion. If I put my foot up your ass, it's going to keep going up your ass till I stop it. How about that, buddy?
Bryce Mitchell also announced that he is withdrawing from his scheduled grappling match against Ilia Topuria. Bryce says the reason is because he has a big fight coming up in the UFC.
I want to let y'all know I'm pulling out of my grappling match on Friday. This is my first time announcing it. Karate Combat don't even know yet. So I'm literally announcing it myself before I tell anybody. I don't want my words to get twisted, and I don't quite trust them with my words. So, yeah, I'm pulling out of the match. And reason being is the great news is I've got a big matchup coming up, big fight coming up. I don't know the exact details on the fight, but I'm just telling y'all something's coming up, and please be patient with me, okay? I'm being patient too. I want to fight too, and I can't wait for this next fight, and I'm prioritizing the fight over a grappling match. It's not worth it for me knowing I got a fight coming up now to do a grappling match on Friday.
Ilia Topuria has allegedly refused to fight with Arman Tsarukyan. Ilia recently expressed interest in fighting either Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira upon his debut in the lightweight division if the UFC doesn't grant him an immediate title shot against Islam Makhachev. However, a source close to him says otherwise, and that he wants to fight for the title right away. A Russian news agency reported that a source close to Ilia stated, "Ilia wants a championship fight. He will not fight for the status of a contender with Tsarukyan or anyone else." Dana White recently addressed Ilia's move to lightweight, stating that Islam is not guaranteed to be Ilia's first fight.
You weren't able to announce it then, but is it safe to say that Ilia Islam is the fight that we're sort of working towards, or could he be fighting?
There's still other possibilities, so there's a lot of shit going on right now.
And that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive daily MMA updates from the Ghost G.